I do not like the feeling of steel wool. You can use anything for this. You can use emery cloth, sandpaper. I have happened to started using steel wool and found that that's quite efficient. Wrong direction. You want to make that commutator nice and shiny. Okay, now clean off your mess. I also clean my, as closer I get done, I do use steel wool, or not steel wool, I use compressed air. I have an air compressor, and hopefully everyone else here does too. But I blow everything out to make sure that I don't have any metal to metal contact in between each plate of the commutator. Because if you've got anything that's going to conduct electricity in between these plates, it can definitely reduce the amount of torque that the motor has, if not stop it completely. So I take a razor blade and I run through the groove in between each plate. Just to clean all the nasties out of there. And then I'll go upstairs and blow it off with compressed air to make sure that I didn't miss any small particles. And then the next step is to start preparing the plastic gear for reassembly. Okay, our plastic gear. You're going to have sand and all sorts of things stuck in every one of these grooves. I have not found a chemical that breaks this grease down. So you're going to have to take a small thin screwdriver, X-Acto knife, whatever you can find, and manually clean all of these grooves out, one groove at a time. You're going to have to clean all of this, all of the green sand out of here. And normally it is a lot messier than this. It normally does not come out this pretty. It's normally a lot worse than this. So don't think that you're going to have it this easy. But once you get all these teeth cleaned out, and all the green sand cleaned out of there, then we go to the next step of putting this gear and the shaft back together. Now, of course, if you are buying one of Rodney Dickman's brass gear kits, you won't have to do all of this cleaning. So you consider yourself lucky that you get to forego the tedious process of cleaning all these teeth out. We'll be back after the gear is clean. Okay, here's our gear, all nice and clean. Our next step is we're going to, well, hold on. I'll start over there. See if I can find the right one. The only difference in between as long as you have a Generation 1, Series 1, or Generation 2, Series 2 headlight motor, the only difference in them are these two shafts. Everything else, the housings, the limit switches, the armature, the magnet, everything else is completely interchangeable. This is a left shaft. The way I remember it is from the threads to where the flat plate goes on. See that flat? See how it's flat right along there? That's where this plate goes onto it. The way I remember it, it's cheesy, I know, but from the threaded portion to the gear is long, left for long, and on the right motor, the threaded portion to where the gear goes on, I don't really have anything to remember that. So left long, right, you make something up. So I need a left motor at this time, so I'm going to rebuild this using a left-hand shaft. Our next step, we're going to put, I got to turn the camera in.